Welcome back to Autumnwood, everybody, where you can see that my soybeans are growing in that field and field over there. Hurrah! I've just fertilised them to spare you that nonsense, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Baldric off. I'm going to get him to fertilise that alfalfa one more time, I think. Am I going to do that? Oh, I don't know. Because it's grown, isn't it? Is it going to benefit from it? Ooh. What do you think, Ceebur? Oh, I don't know. Let's, No, let's not. I think it's just going to be wasting fertiliser, because I think that's at its grown state, ready for harvest. The grass, on the other hand, could possibly benefit from it. Although that looks pretty fully grown as well, doesn't it? Okay, let's not bother with any more fertilising. I think we're at our limit for that. So we'll pop that in there. My plan is to take the Optum with a load of bales. I left it running. Oh, hopefully it's still got diesel in it. We want the JCB, so we're going to load up with alfalfa bales, I think, and silage bales, I think. So we'll probably go half and half. We could go straw as well. The objective is buy lockdown farm. Now we've got 148,000. I know I've left the gates open. I know that isn't optimum, but we need to get this farm before harvest so that we've got somewhere to put. Oh, I can't sell any yet. Why can't I sell any yet? Watch it. Moo moo. Oh, I can on that. Yes. So we got 30 in there. Let's go 25. So that's giving us 25 grand. Leaves us with 14,000. So we're up to 172, which actually I think is enough to buy the farm. But we also need to have money in the kitty for other things. So if we can get some money off of some bales and things, that is the right thing to do. We also really, if we're going to start splitting between farms, we're going to need to have that full-time little tractor down here at the main yard. I'm going to call it the main yard because it's got the animals. But yeah, we need lockdown farm because it's got the silos and everything on it, and I don't want to install. That should pick them up then. I don't want to install silos on this farm because it's just going to make it really congested down here, and that's not what I want. And I think it'll just be better because then we can have the arable side working from lockdown. We can have the animal side working from here. and it just keeps it more in order, I think. But we will need the little tractor to run all the little bits and pieces for here for the animals, like the feed mixer and the milk and the straw blower. Possibly one that can have a loader put on it at some point, because I'm sure this one, the JCB, is going to be wherever we don't want it to be when we need a loader. So yeah, it's lots of expense, but needs must, really. And like I keep saying, it's to prepare us for when we come to the end of this season and then we go into live streaming it. That was rude, wasn't it? And we should have a good basis to carry on with the live streams. So let's put the rest. Oh, there's a bale on it still. I didn't see that. Well, that's full up though, isn't it? Yes, okay. Well, we'll keep that one then. So yeah, we'll have a nice basis of a farm. Basically, everything will be set up. Everything will be already in some kind of motion, and then we just carry on, basically, in a live stream fashion rather than a let's play fashion, and then we can move on to another map for let's plays, which who knows what that'll be. If OxygenDavid has his Calmsden out, then it'll probably be that one, but we'll just have to wait and see. Why is this all going absolutely pants? No need. No need at all. So I'll just finish getting these bales on, and oh goodness me. I'll finish getting the trailer loaded, and then we'll have a chat about some things that have annoyed me today. How about that? So we're fully loaded up. I put 2 of the alfalfa silage bales on there because we only had 4 left there of the fermented grass, as it's called. Please go out of here. Don't get hung up. And we're going to Chellington farm because it is offering the better price from what I can see for these. So that's where we're going to. Let's go in cab. Right, so today is the day that Giants released the information that everybody has been waiting for a very long time, and that is that Farming Simulator 22 is coming out in the autumn, or in the Q4 as they put it, which I found quite annoying, but anyway, nonetheless, just say autumn. Yeah, anyway. Why make it well, it's quite obvious. Q4 is fiscal, it's about money. That's the terminology. And basically what they've done is they've just dropped a clanger. They've dropped a clanger for me. And the way I'm reading this is, when they said that they were not going to release the game when it was to be expected to be released, and that we were going to get lots of extra DLCs and things like that, their reasoning, first and foremost, was that they were waiting for the next generation consoles to come out because the game was going to be for that and not for the old ones. blah 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 blah. There we have it. Please go under here. Then the news drops that the game's coming out today, and oh, lo and behold, it says that it will be available for PS4 and Xbox One, which is the old generation consoles. So obviously it's going to be for the next generation as well, but yeah, that was the first alarm bell for me. The next alarm bells are, they say that they've done improvements to various things in this and that. The Giants editor is obviously going to have to be changed because they've made differences, but here's the key thing to this, right? They're still using the same platform of Giants editor. The reason that we don't get what everybody wants, the ground texture, like spin tires and that, is because the Giants editor is not capable of doing that. What it can do is what OxygenDavid has done on here, on this map, and I think he's done it on a couple of others, where you've seen when I've been in the field and the tractor sinks into the ground. It doesn't create big trenches and stuff like spin tires, but the tractor does sink, the machinery does sink. That's achievable. It's not particularly realistic to look at, but it is achievable with the Giants editor. What's not achievable is what spin tires the game has. So that immediately tells me that we're not getting anything like that, so forget that if that's what you're excited about, because it ain't coming. That ain't coming. We want to unload, thank you. That way. Tidy. Wow, that's shocking. 5,970. Shocking. Shocking. As shocking as the news that came out today. Anyway, moving on. That was a terrible price. The system lied to me, just like Giants is lying to everybody else. Anyway, moving on from that. So that is something not to be excited about. The next thing is that they've said that they've made major improvements to graphics and things like that. Now I've looked at the pictures. And I'm gonna edit them so that you can see them, and I'm gonna put them up on the screen whilst I do this. See that grass? Now look at this with the cows in it. There we go. So that grass is shocking, is it not? Also, if you go back, because I don't want to fill this video with Giants pictures and things. If you go back and look at those cows and just pause it, the cows look malnourished and underfed. They said that they've made massive improvements to the graphics of the cows, and I can't see it personally, but so, you know, some people might do. Some people might see things. A lot of people are getting excited at the fact that in the picture cows are lying down. Well, there are some maps already in FS19 where the cows already lie down, so that's not to be too over enthusiastic about, apart from the fact that it's in game. I watched 2 videos today by other content creators of YouTube things, and they mostly do reviews and stuff. I'm not going to say their names because they don't deserve my publicity. And they both of them, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Both of them got excited to the point that I thought they were going to wet their pants about the fact that the tractors and the machinery had license plates on them, and that each one had a different country license plate on. So I think one of the tractors had a French plate, one of the tractors had a German plate, one of them had an American style plate. I didn't see a UK one, so hey, let's see where that one goes, because if the UK one's not there, I am going to complain and put in xenophobic complaints against Giants. I won't really do that. Maybe I will. So yeah, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. There are mods out there, perfectly adequate mods, that give you the option of putting number plates on the tractors, personalising them. It's not that big a deal, and actually I quite prefer having mods, but there we go. Now the only thing I can honestly say that came out of that and got me and gave me a highbrow situation. Highbrow situation is when the eyebrows go up, just in case you didn't know. And that was the fact that they are actually building in the seasons. Now, whether they've worked with, and I'm hoping they are, or else it's going to be a real kick in the teeth for them. But whether they've worked with Realismus, Realismus modding to use their basis of seasons, I don't know. Both of those content creators that I was previously talking about were commenting on how the colouring and detail of Giants seasons was better. And I'm not going with that at all. I looked at the pictures. They're looking at the same pictures as me. Maybe they don't actually play the game and they just like reviewing little pictures and things. I don't know. It doesn't look better in my opinion. But that's just me. Maybe I'm too over-opinionated. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit annoyed that they keep coming out with these things and think that it's wonderful, and it's not. Because let's face it, what they've said so far, and obviously we've got a lot of other things to be announced between now and when it comes out. But so far, everything that they've said is going to be included in a new game. What is going on with this thing? In the new game is stuff that should have been in 19. It should have well and truly been in 19. There should have been no hesitation about it being in 19. So I'm finding it hard to get excited at the moment about FS22. Seriously. Now, apparently we've got some other new things coming, some more branded machinery, and I'm guessing they're referring to that in the fact of what I heard also yesterday, is that the next DLC to come out for 19 is possibly going to be for Renault tractors. Now if that's the case, then obviously they can tag that on and say, we've brought you new Well, actually, you didn't. You brought it to us with the DLC. So, possibly. I don't know. Maybe they're working with AGCO to bring in some of the other things that AGCO actually do have to offer us, which has been left by the wayside. I'm not sure. Oh, poop. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed one iota. And I'm just going to say this now, and then I'm going to stop talking about it and carry on with what we're doing. But I need to make myself heard about this, and this is the only way I can do it. These guys who do these reviews do not listen to them. Yes, they're very informative and they bring us lots of information about new things and mods and things. Now that's fine. The mods and stuff, that's fine, because they're helping the modders. But when it comes to anything Giants, just don't listen to them. Especially when they sit there and say, this is amazing, this is fantastic, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Some of them are on the payroll that you don't know about. And the other ones that aren't on the payroll are in the partner program. Now these guys are going to sit there and they're going to say whatever needs to be said to make sure that they don't get kicked off of the partner program, because they get everything all for free. That's right, for free. And they get it early access before anybody else does. And it's their job to do free advertising basically for Giants. So Giants supply them with the game and all the DLCs for free, which is their payment, if you like, for the advertising that these guys are doing for them. That's how you need to look at this. That's how the partner program works. And they get a little plaque, says that they're special. They ain't. And I know that this is what I'm saying is probably going to annoy a lot of you, or a few of you, or half of you, or some of you. But that is how it works. And it's not me being bitter, because I've said right from the beginning, I am not interested in being part of the partner program with Giants. If they offered it to me, I'd take it. But there's no way in this world that I would sit here and sing their praises for a less than adequate game. I'd be honest and to the point, very blunt. And if you haven't realised that I'm very blunt and honest and to the point by now, then there's no hope for us. So anyway, I am going to stop waffling on about that. I think I've said enough. We've got nearly more for those straw bales from here than we did for the bloomin' silage bales, which you're supposed to make lots of money for. How stupid is that? Anyway, I'll cut this and we'll go on to our next job. So I'll see you in 1 second. Right, so we're going to go do some mowing. And I'm setting it up like this because it actually cuts better. So when you turn the corners and that, you don't get like this undercut and missed section. And I prefer it. It just looks a bit better. And everything's filthy, which is the way it should be. It's a farm. So we're going to cut the grass first. And then we're going to cut the alfalfa. Now whether any of it's ready or not, I'm not particularly bothered. We're going for silage off of this first. And we will do it as fast as we possibly can. Oh yeah, good plan. Let's try that. That one. And that one. There we go. Oh, don't be dry. We might have to get hay for the first lot then. But it will be what it is. So, yep, fit through there much better. Yes, so we will cut this and then we will cut the alfalfa and do what we need to do all on that side of it. So yeah, we'll just jump around the headland. And I think, obviously, best plan of action will be to time lapse, or else we'll be here all day. And if it was a let's play, if not a let's play Ceebur, if it was a stream, then that would be fine. But it's not. This is a let's play. So, without further ado, let's time lapse. So I figured after doing that, he didn't want to watch all of that happen again. So we'll jump into the little Puma. I say little, it's little compared to the Optum. We'll leave her little narrow tyres on, because it's just fun. And we'll row up the grass, ready for a baling. Whilst Baldric can cut the alfalfa for us. Now I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some bits that he misses, which we can just quickly tidy up when he's done. But yeah, I thought we could get a bit more done than we normally do, because usually I would just crack on, do that, and then wait. So I thought, yeah, why not? So I'll unfold this. It's pretty narrow, this one, so I could just do this. I'm doing this all wrong. I should really do the middle first and then do the headland afterwards, but I'm probably going to do a couple of passes at the headland, 3 or 4 maybe, get some rows around the outside and then just go down the middle and sort that out. So whilst we're doing that, we can just have a bit of a chin wag. I may just cut to the end after I've done the headlands rather than do a time lapse. because time lapses, they're all right, but sometimes it's just a bit, it can be a bit boring sometimes, and I appreciate that, so I don't want to fill everything up with time lapses. But we've got Down on the Farm coming out tomorrow, which will be episode 22, I think, 23. I can't remember, and we're probably going to be running to about 25. So there you go, the scoop. Lots of exciting things to come up in the final episodes of Down on the Farm as we move into the end of the year. Just coming into winter, I believe. So, got lots of interesting things about to unfold, which the whole series has been leading up to, if you've been paying attention. There's lots of interesting things which are going to happen, and lots of choices to be made. Maybe by you, the viewer. Ooh. So yeah, we've got that. Obviously, when we get to the end of this season in game, we move over to live streaming this map, and then obviously we need to choose the next map that we go to. Like I said before, if Calmsden is out, then Calmsden it will be, for sure. If it's not, then we need to find something short and sweet to fill the space until Calmsden does come out, and we will jump straight on that as soon as it does. Maybe a small map that we can just play around on for a little bit. Which would be pretty cool, I reckon, to find something a bit small. Maybe the little French map, and we can have a little French machinery through. I just heard a massive united groan from the entirety of my viewers then. What's wrong with French machinery? Nothing. But yeah, it would mix it up, it would change it, it would be machinery that we've not used before, for sure, on Let's Plays, so that would be pretty cool, I think. But obviously it all depends on where things lie and how things go. We've got quite a while before FS22 comes out, which I will be buying as soon as it comes out, and we will be playing it, but I'm sure we'll be playing 19 as well, because obviously we're going to have a lot of mods to wait on to come out. I won't be able to do Down on the Farm on 22, and if Meadow Grove doesn't come to 22, then Down on the Farm will either carry on 19, or it will cease altogether, and we will have to think of something new to carry on with. But that is a decision I will have to make, and you will not need to worry, because you can guarantee that it will be full of the same comedic genius that we have going on. But yeah, I make myself laugh, I really do. Never mind. So we'll do one more pass of the headland, and then we will get into fixing Baldric first. You know, something I really want to say about him, but I can't because it's really rude. Get on with it. Yeah. Not to worry. Hired help, eh? Get hired help, they said. It'll save you loads of time, they said. Where is he now? Trying to drive through the wall. Probably. Oh dear. I don't know. So obviously, as you will have seen, the video I've been working on didn't come out yesterday. I've done a load of recording for it now. I hope to have it out for you next week. I really hope that it hits the nail on the head. I've got high hopes for it. I do have high hopes for it. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it. And I'm intrigued for one, because it's pretty different for Farming Simulator. I've gone with an interesting concept, but at the same time it's quite educational as well. But yeah, I'll just leave that there for now. So I will jump cut this to the end, where we may even, no, because we've got a TED, the alfalfa, haven't we? We've got to dry it, so we won't be doing that. So we'll jump cut to the end of this field, like a pro. So here we go, into the tiny little bit left, which we're not going to get in one pass, which is fine. Baldrick over there stocked, but I've left him, and we'll just tidy up the bit that he hasn't done, because I knew he'd miss some bits anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. And I'll try and get this into a nice row, which we can't, but it's okay, because that will do. And that will fold up, and that looks, where am I going? Over there. That looks lovely. So we don't need to row that up yet, that alfalfa, because it needs to dry. So we're gonna just go and finish off what he was doing, and then we'll go and look at some prices of things, and possibly buy Lockwood Farm today. So let's just quickly finish off what he hasn't. Done a good job nonetheless. There's a bit over there and there's this bit here, so let us drop it all down. I find these mowers very confusing, and it's just because you have to toggle along. In the top left hand corner you can see, for those of you who don't know the game that well, or are new to the game, or haven't even played the game, and I know that we do have some viewers that don't even play the game, but just enjoy watching. In the top left hand corner you've got a little picture of the tractor and what implements it has on it, and you have to toggle through them to be able to activate each one. If we had one of those backwards facing tractors like the Valtra or the Fent, we could do the whole field backwards, couldn't we? To be fair, that went backwards pretty quickly anyway. So we just lift them all up. Get that little bit there. And we'll get this strip. Don't miss any. Nope, we got it. Sweet. And there's a little bit there, and there's a little bit over there. Last bits. Nearly there. Almost. Almost. There we go. Courtesy of Family Guy. If you know what scene that is, please don't comment down below. It's really inappropriate. Oh, it's making me chuckle. I need to stop it. Oh, I started myself off. Stop it, Ceebur. Stop it. Right, Lockwood Farm, here we come. We'll come with the mowers on, why not? Should we go in-cab view just to spice life up a little bit? We've got no cars on because I turned them off because I got pretty annoyed with them last episode. So we'll keep them off for the time being until I feel like putting them back on. Until I feel lonely on the map. There we go. So here is Lockwood Farm. Let us just have another quick look round it, just to make sure that we definitely want to make bad choices. I mean good choices. So we get the silos, we get the pit, we get that, which will be handy, and we can fill that up. And to be fair, we could buy one of these big old fields around here. There is a big field around here. We could we could buy a big field and then fill that with silage and then just sell the silage down at the BGA. We could be cheeky and use the Giants editor to clear this area out. I'm not going to use that new mod that's come out, which is remove stuff, because it looks as shady as you like. So we could clear this out. So thank you for saving. That was very kind. That is cut. That is cut. That's green. That's green. That's yellow. That's yellow. That's yellow. But it is planted yellow, not ready to harvest yellow. That is the big old field I was on about. I knew there was one there. 92. 92 would cost. Ooh, that's going to be a long one to work for, isn't it? To work towards. But we're looking at this. Goodness me, it's a lot less than I thought it was. How about that? Aye, we've just bought Lockwood Farm. Awesome. I thought it was more than that. But anyway, we now own this farm. It is ours. We can do what we want here. Because we don't care. Well, how about that? Lockwood Farm is ours. Door's a bit wonky to get in and out of. Lots of little cubby holes to put things in. I'm not sure what's going to go where yet. Obviously the bigger stuff that doesn't fit in the smaller sheds will go in here. We got that one there, which has a very small entrance. And I don't think we're going to get a combine in there. But I could call in the builders to get them to knock down the wall. I don't think I can do that. Depends how the shed is built. So Lockwood is ours. Lockdown. Sorry, Lockdown is ours. Lockwood. Lockdown. Lockdown farm with the chickens. There's no house here. We don't need a house though. What else? Could we buy another field as well then? With the money that we have. No, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. The little ones around it are achievable. I think for now we'll make do with what we have, because we're going to have to get a little tractor for the cows, to keep the cows up together. Yeah. Making steps forwards. It's going to take a lot to own the whole map though, isn't it? I don't think that's my objective. That's not my objective. 92.87. Well, there we go. We have bought ourselves a farm. So in the next episode we will probably, because I haven't got it installed. I thought I had the little tractor installed, but I haven't. So we will save that for the next episode. Let's not fill one episode with all the goodies. We had my Major Giants rant at the beginning of the video. We got the wood as well. Can we buy the wood? Can we buy the wood? Oh. Well, that's not such a bad price. 202,920. If we bought the wood, we could potentially turn it into a field on this side if we cut it all down. What is that standing area there? Let's investigate that. That looks pretty interesting. So we could potentially buy the wooded area, cut all the trees out, replant in the bit that's got buildings in it, more trees. That's got a pond. So we've got a source of water there. What is this? It's not part. It's in. So it comes with 117. I wonder if we could get away with using it though. I don't know. Anyway, I think I want to go and have a look at what that building is in there. So we'll go the shortcut way. Is this just a... They're not going to open. That is a shame. How cool would that have been? You could have all your logging machinery stored in there. It is... Oxygen... I'm not going to slate OxygenDavid because he does a fantastic job on his maps and things, but there are missed opportunities. That could be a usable building. I'm not half past changing that into a building that we could use and fill it with logging machinery if we do take on this wood. But that's going to be when we get into the live streaming. That's not going to be part of the Let's Play side of this. But it does give us a lot of scope for messing around. So yeah, we're going to end it there, aren't we? we're going to end it there. We've had a successful rant. We've had a successful load of farming going on. Cows are happy. Tractors are scruffy. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. And may the weather be with you.